Listen, that. Oh my God.
That was the better one.
Okay. Oh my God. Buen Carlos. It's like magic. Literally like magic.
Life is so fragile, and we're constantly reminded just how fragile life can be, especially when we or a loved one is told we have cancer. Cancer survivor myself, I can tell you, we still feel very alone in this journey.
There's a study that's been shown that patients who are socially isolated have a worse prognosis, have a worse outcome than patients who are socially interconnected.
Buddies for Life is a non-profit cancer support group for those whose life has been impacted by cancer. We'll match you with the perfect buddy. Humor, hope, heart, and hugs.
Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
We're offering you a free membership, so please sign up today. Share this with your friends and family, and support this community in every way you can. No one should face cancer alone.
I am a chemo buddy for life.
We are a buddies network.
No one does cancer alone.
Be a buddy.
And we are all here for you as a community of love.
We are chemo buddies for life.
And if you've heard 3 words, you have cancer, for yourself or someone else, you belong with us at Chemo Buddies for Life.
Healing through connections.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Doing very well, because it's a Tuesday morning.
Happy Tuesday morning.
Yes, time to shine. Happiness Tuesday morning with the BBs.
With the BBs. Exactly. And I'm going to brag on myself for 1 second. I finally figured out how to stream to my personal Facebook page. So I'm thinking it's going out to Facebook. So everybody, hi everybody, if you're listening on Facebook. You know, as you know, I'm a former techie, not so good person, and I'm learning. So this was good for me. So anyways, so what to do with you?
When I seen it pop up, I said, she got it.
Got it. Yes. Somehow I couldn't, for some reason, StreamYard and my Facebook just kind of weren't liking each other. So finally figured it out. Had to change my password on Facebook twice.
Wow.
So I wasn't quite sure what the problem was, but now it's working. So hi, everybody.
Hello. And we just streaming in here. My name is Barbara J. Beckley. And this is my wonderful co-host, wonderful, incredible, amazing Barbara Ellison, which I love to be on the show with every Tuesday. We come on every Tuesday at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time.
Yeah. And you know what? We have been on 3 years now this month.
Oh, yeah. June. Yes. Yes.
3 years this month. Little did we know. We've come a long way.
Come a long way. Yes.
And
I just want to say real quickly, because I know you have something on that note too, is I want to throw in about how important it is to be consistent.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Being consistent. I've been learning and growing, and I think we all do. We all have to,
well, of course,
continue to remind ourselves to be that way. But you see the outcome of it. When you see the outcome of it and what it really, truly does when you are consistent in things, it's really worth doing it. It's really worth just, no matter what. If you're just like, oh, I can't, oh, I don't feel like it. But you know what? Just do it. Just continue on, and I'm telling you, you'll see how it will profit.
right? Yeah, and this network, the Diamond Factor Network, has got some huge things that are coming to pass because we have been consistent. I mean, not just this show, because you have so much, and I am so grateful that I said yes to you, and I'm so grateful that you said yes to me, that you were going to come on with me, because this has been absolutely a fun thing. And so I think that's what one of the things that I really try to work with people is find the thing that I always call it that makes your soul sing.
Oh, I love that.
It's what makes your soul sing, because then it's not work. You just love doing it, and you would do it whether you get paid or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big thing. But that all comes with our topic for today. And our guest, and I've known Patsy for a while, and I've talked to her several times, and she is a style image expert. And she has given me a couple of little things about what colors to wear and those kinds of things. And it has just been such a fun thing. Well, so then when I knew she was coming on the show, it was like, gee, you know what? What does style image, how does that impact our life? Well, our outward, but it also, and then it was like, ooh, but Barbara, you're a life trainer. How would that work? That's the outside stuff, which we need, absolutely. But how does it impact the inside stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have been researching self-perception and how that all is. Well, on Sunday I went to church. And one of the things in the sermon was that that it's a fascinating idea, and it just rocked me. In fact, I took a picture of the slide that he had put up in church, and it was perceived flaws can actually be misunderstood beauty.
Okay.
And it stopped me. And for me, when anything stops me and makes me really think, what does that mean? Self-perception. It's a curious thing. We all have one.
Mm-hmm.
We all have an image of ourselves that we carry in our mind.
Yeah.
But what happens when the perception that we have in our mind is that we only look at the flaws.
Yes.
And those flaws in our mind become shortcomings and imperfections and really, when you think about it, even sources of shame.
Yes.
What happens when that happens? And I know that one of my things that I have dealt with for a few years, but I never realized it because I do not have a college education.
Oh, okay.
I don't. So who was I to tell people that I could help them change their life?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I've had a college education in life experiences, in the courses that I've taken, and all of those things. So that self-perception that you absolutely have to have a college degree in order to help somebody change their life, it's a misperception. It's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, look at some of the people that have in fact, I was listening to a guy the other day, and he said he has a grade school education.
Mm-hmm.
And yet he said something that right now he is impacting 300 million people with what he does.
Yeah.
I went, oh, yike. And here's me.
Well, I'm glad you brought that out. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm so glad that you didn't let that stop you because you have touched so many people, Barbara, in what you do and how you the wisdom and the knowledge and the mentorship and the coaching and the list goes on of what you've done for people, even for myself, us being together. And when you said that, it reminded me of my mother. With her, she just had an 8th grade education.
Right.
Came from Mississippi, at the age of like 12 or 13.
And she was probably considered well educated because she had an 8th grade degree, an 8th grade.
Well, yeah, and that
back in the day,
it was people, as long as you had something at that point. But with my mother, and I always look at her as being so, talking about consistency we talked about earlier, and being persistent.
Yeah.
She got to the point where she owned her own business.
Right.
Was in it for over 30-something years with just an 8th grade education.
Exactly.
But she pushed, and she was like, I'm determined to do this. I'm determined to learn the ways. I'm determined to ask questions. I'm determined just to keep moving and to add as I go. And then, like you said, that life experience kicked in really hard for her to continue on with that. So I when people say, well, I don't have that, I said, no.
Yeah.
The experience alone. The experience alone is like, to me, like a doctrine.
Exactly. And I think one of the things is that those things that we perceive as flaws, they become our trademarks.
Yeah.
They become our authenticity. It's like, look, I think it was it Lauren Bacall that she had a huge, I think she was one of the ones that had a huge gap in her front teeth. And they said, oh no, we have to fix your teeth. And she went, no, I'm not. And it has become, and now so many stars. I mean, you can look on, in fact, I did it. How many famous people have gaps in their teeth?
Michael Strahan, he's the ex-football, retired football player. Yeah, he has a gap too. Yeah. And he said, no, don't take it away. That's my trademark.
And then, so we need to embrace those flaws and just really that they become our trademark. They become the thing that make us unique. And one of the things, how many times have you heard, I know I've had this question asked of me so often, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So that, and it's like, oh, you must be an extrovert because you do this, or you must be an introvert because you do this. Well, I have to tell you, I'm a bit of both. And so that's one of the other things, because, depending on the situation, don't talk to me, leave me alone. I need to regroup, or I'm the life of the party, and people say to me all the time, how can you do your podcasts and how can you do, talks in front of people? Well, that's fun. That energizes me. It makes me, but then it's like, okay, I'm done talking. I'm done for the day. Do not talk to me. I don't answer my phone. I turn my phone off. I don't answer texts, nothing, because I have to regroup. So I thought, well, you know what, Barbara, you can't be the only one that is like this. So, you know what? I like to find out things. So I went on, can people be an introvert and an extrovert? Well, guess what? 2/3 of us are.
Well, I'm glad I'm one of them with you. I was just about to say, I said, I'm in the same boat, because there's times when I'm an extrovert, like you said, when I'm, at networking or speaking like here or whatever. But then when I really, it depends on the room too. Because sometimes it's good just to listen. Be observant of what's going on. And then you can kind of kick in and see where you kind of mix and flow it. That's what I got to look at.
Right. And now this guy, his name is Adam Grant, and he's at Wharton College. And he did this whole study, and about 2/3 of people, and they call them ambiverts.
Oh, okay.
They go back and forth between the two of them. And for me, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
you don't have to be one or the other.
What was it called again? Ambivert?
Ambivert.
Ambivert.
Ambivert. An ambivert. Because each one, extroverts and introverts, have strengths. They have their own set of things that make them shine. We need both. That's the thing. We need everybody. This world is made up of everybody. Can you imagine if we were all the same? Number one, nothing would get done.
Yeah.
Yes, there would might be less wars and rumors of wars and all that kind of stuff. But on the other hand, nothing would get done.
Well, plus it'd be boring.
It would be boring. And
if we all the same person, it's like, really? I'm meeting myself.
It's like with me when I do my personality stuff. In fact, yesterday I was on a networking call and I said, you know what? We were just talking about our inner self, and that's our self-perception. And I said, and one of the things for me is I have realized that there are four, because I'm a personality science trainer, I've identified my 4 personalities. We all have an inner child that gets hurt. We all have a dreamer who thinks big. We all have a doubter that says, you think you can do that? But we also have a realist. Those are the 4, that's what I teach anyways. That's how I think of it. And I've named them all. Okay, so when I'm faced with something, it's like, oh, this is going to be so exciting. Like I've got an appointment at noon hour for an exciting new things with chat and YouTube, the AI and YouTube. I'm really excited to hear about it. And so I'm excited about that. But then, of course, my doubter is saying, really, are you going to take on one more thing? Okay, no, so now let's see. So then my realist sets in and says, well, you know what, Barbara, you've got a vacation coming up. Use it, instead of going away, use your vacation to put things forward that I've wanted to work on and that I haven't had the time to do. Well, now I'm going to, because I'm not traveling, I'm going to stay and do these couple of things that I've wanted to do, but didn't have the time for doing yet. And then my inner child was like, okay, what do we have to do to prepare? Well, okay, get these things done in a row. And it's like, so now I am so excited about looking at this. Whether I do it or not is a different story, but it's the excitement is there.
Yes.
And that's what our self-perception is. Get in touch with those parts of yourself. Because we all have an inner child. We all have a realist. We all have a doubter, and we all have a dreamer.
Yeah. And I'd like with the inner child and the dreamer could take over the doubters. Because that's another thing. You got to make sure that one doesn't overwhelm the other, and then sometimes that can be some challenges.
We need them all, because our doubter and our realist, they can protect us. Like this morning in my prayer time, it was like, okay, Lord, if I'm supposed to take on doing this new thing, then great, open the doors for me that I will have it all together. If I'm not supposed to do it, shut the door on it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But like I said, we don't want the doubter to overtake the other. I mean, you got to have a balance. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's where our self-perception comes in. However, so often people let their doubter and their realist overshadow everything.
You don't get nothing done.
And so consequently, nothing gets done. So can you imagine if we were all doubters? Well, nothing would get done. But Steve Jobs, he was great. He was a visionary. He was the dreamer. Couldn't get along with his company, and the company fired him. But then they hired him back because nothing got done. It's like we all have our things. So get in touch with your things. And so a shameless plug. If you want to get in touch with who your 4 things are, reach out to me. This is what I love to do. I love talking about it. It's
Yeah.
and I know that that I've helped you do some of recognizing those 4 things.
Oh yeah, and it helped me not only recognizing myself, just to give you a plug for your plug. It helped me recognize clients that I talk to and understand how they work with their personality and how those manage. So it all comes together, and I'm so glad. Going back to what you said, Barbara, about would be funny if everybody was the same person in the world, and I'm like, no, we wouldn't want that, because then I wouldn't get to know your genius. We wouldn't get to know Patsy's genius, the one that's coming on, Miss Queen.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get to know my genius, right? So we need to all have that difference to learn from each other. Now, before we bring on, because we need to bring on the Queen. I also know her. This is nice how, usually when you bring in the guests, it's like I'm really just getting to know them when they come on here. But this particular Queen, I know her too. Yeah. So this is like double whammy of knowing, and amazing lady, amazing. And I keep telling her, and I'm going to tell her when she come on too. We're going to be working together because I love her stylish. Yeah, what she does for people. I mean, it's just incredible. And then, like she does, she's embracing your essence. She helps you with that, and make you look amazing. Amazing what you do.
Right. So, I love that. Yeah. And so the last thing is challenge your perceptions. Are they right? If you're not, because this is the name of the show is Time to Shine Happiness. If you're not feeling happy, gee, maybe it's your perceptions that are slightly off. Self-perceptions.
Yeah. So let's get to some embracing perception, embracing essence, all that good stuff. And right after our sponsor, we're going to bring on Miss Queen Pasty.
When you do nothing, nothing happens. Best time to take action is now. This is the time to work on you and your business. So I've created a group, an online academy for professionals and entrepreneurs. Power Partners will help you to start helping yourself.
Helps me change my life and my business.
Not a Toastmasters, it's not a BNI, it's not any of these, but it is. So it's all this stuff in one place.
Get the results that you deserve right now. So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen. See you in Power Partners.
Ta-da! Look at this, she is. So if you're just coming in right now, you are coming at the right moment, audience, because first of all, this is time to shine happiness. So with the BBs, and we have a wonderful, amazing, incredible Queen Pasty Sanders coming in on the show. Yay!
Well, I am so excited to be here with you, beautiful Barbara. This makes me so happy to be invited to play with you guys today. You are so fun. Oh my God. I have to tell you, this is so fun to already know you two beautiful ladies and be able to have time with them. But Barbara, you have your diamonds on today. I'm so excited. You're sparkling all over the place like we talked about. That was so much fun.
I thought about you this morning when I was getting ready.
And Barbara Ellison, wow, what a chick you are. I just love you. You're just so much fun. But look how pretty you look today. It's so fun being a girl. Like when you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you make it fun. So you make it fun. So that's nice.
Yeah.
So,
and I think the biggest thing too with Patsy is that be comfortable. Find the things that help you to be comfortable as you.
Yeah.
And quit apologizing for the things that you're not.
Amen.
And be open to learn, because I want to learn because just going back to Patsy, when I first met her, and one thing I love about her, she does not sugarcoat. And that's a good thing for me.
Right.
For me. I mean, she'll basically say, okay, Barbara, let's like with the bling. She said, if you're talking about your diamond, then where's your diamond? Where's your blings? What's going on?
Oh, right.
She said that even if it's not real, you still bling. And I love that about her because, it gets you to thinking and saying, okay, you know what? She cares enough to let you know what you need to do with your essence, with your style, with what you bring, your brand and everything. So yeah, I love what she does with that, especially for me, because sometimes I don't like sugarcoat stuff. So that's just how I work.
Right. And I mean, you can say it with kindness. You can say it with love, and it's just a suggestion. Mm-hmm. But that's one of the things for me. Patsy had said, "Gee, Barb, one of a color that would be good for you is the soft, the soft pink, and then the teal, and a periwinkle. So I'm still looking for periwinkle. I have one close, but it's like, oh, okay.
For spring and summer, you wear lighter, softer colors. Yeah.
Lighter, softer
Your hair is so
colors.
silver, it just makes you, people are looking at you. You want people to see you when you're in the window, right? So we want to make it as easy as we can for people to see us, right? And it's just
And you changed my glasses. Put my rimmed, my
silver ones.
My silver glasses.
Remember the trick about glasses?
Yeah.
So you don't have a glare, put them at an angle. And then when you look here, nobody can see. Do you see any glare on my glasses?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a silly little trick, but it makes a big deal when you're on Zoom because people get distracted easily. Like if you're wearing too big of a print, or if you're just wearing black, you're like a floating head. Or if you wear white, it makes you look bigger. Nobody wants that. So wear a solid color. You like if you're the speaker doing the interview or whatever, you want people to look at your face. You want them to be engaged and looking at you and hear what you have to say. Right. Yeah. It does help. Little tricks and little tricks are the trick.
Little tricks. Well, before I know we're getting right into the fashion stuff, but we want to make sure we back up just a little bit because people need to know how you got to this point, Patsy. I mean, how you got this brilliancy of, really understanding people's essence and stuff and their fashion and imaging. So how did you get to that point?
Well, you know what? Quite a few years ago, I moved to a new area because my husband lost his job and our daughter and son was going to have a baby. And I wanted to live by my grandchild. But when we moved there, I was very overweight. I was a size 22, miserable, and dieted off and all my life. And I had no idea what to do. And I met a lady who introduced me to a 12-step program. So I went from size 22 to a size like 8'10" in 8 months. So it's a 12-step program. And I didn't realize what I was eating me up, like that whole thing. And I've stayed involved in that because I feel like this is the real me. So I started my own transformation just by choosing to do something about what I was struggling with the most. Then this program, I met a speaker trainer and she became my client, my hair client. I've been doing hair for 50 plus years. So starting over was not easy, trying to find new clients and all that stuff. And, people that have a gift that know it's from God are determined to move forward. So I wasn't really sure what this meant, but she said, Patsy, would you come cut hair at my training? And my stylist is going to come do the colors. And I said, sure, I'd love to. Well, I was color typed as a winter in the 80s. Anybody do that? I was a winter, black, jewel tones, and so that's what I wore. I always look nice. I know how to dress nice. I know how to look nice. But so anyway, I would do whatever the element style that they wanted. So in this gal's work, she does the element reveal work. And there's 4 different elements. There's fire, air, water, earth. And so each one has a shape from head to toe, your hairstyle, your body shape, everything about you has this essence. And so she said, Patsy, would you cut the hair like this? Would you cut the hair like that? Would you give them a bang? Yeah. So when I got done, she said, hey, Patsy, Barbara color typed in the elements you want. I said, oh, no, I'm good. I look good. I'm fine. She goes, Patsy, you've been complaining to me that things aren't going so well in your business. What if what you're wearing is really keeping people from working with you?
Wow.
But so I knew I could be open to possibilities and a little vulnerable. I could keep struggling. And I was struggling trying to start over. I was doing everything right. I said, fine, I don't want to be a fire. Well, I ended up being a fire, and I was not happy about that because I just couldn't imagine why it would make that big of a difference. So then she said, Patsy, let's do this. Let's go shopping at a consignment store, and we'll buy a couple tops. And if people don't treat you differently, you don't have to do this. You can still do what you did before. It's fun. So let me show you. This is Earth. This is what I was wearing before, right? And this is fire.
Yeah, look at the difference.
Yeah, the big difference.
Right? So anyway, so we bought a couple tops. I thought, fine, I can at least do that. And every time I'd wear one of those darn tops to work, my clients would say, hey, Patsy, you look pretty today. Hey, Patsy, you're looking great today. You look really nice today. I'm going, wow. But the owner of the salon came up to me a week later and she goes, what are you doing differently? He just looked amazing. Now listen, he was wearing black and had purple highlights on my hair. I had really dark hair. I hadn't changed any of that. She said, yeah, you look amazing. I thought, okay, there is something to this. I thought, this is what I want to bring into my beauty business. I want to help women get compliments.
Amazing.
The guy at the grocery store went, wow, you look nice today, lady. I'm thinking, how does he know? Like, it was so profound to me. So I got trained to be a stylist. Barbara got very ill. I managed her business for 2 years, and 6 years ago, she sold me the business. Now, I think God has a sense of humor. I didn't even want to get done. Now I own the darn business. But so I manifested a makeover studio. I could do everything there, their colors, their makeup, their hair. And then my clients started giving me their nice, gently used clothes. And I had a little section of clothing. And I mean, I could do everything in one spot. It was so much fun. And then COVID closed. And I thought, now what am I going to do, God? Because I have to work with these people in person. But then we started on the Hollywood Squares of networking, right? And I thought, these people don't know what they're wearing. It's distracting. I thought, oh, I'm going to try. So then I got this download one day that if everybody had good lighting, I could maybe do it virtually. So I put it out in the universe. I had 2 women from different states that wanted to try it. I could color type them. I worked with them on Zoom. We did their closet on Zoom. I took them shopping on Zoom. It worked. And then I had a coach friend that had a bunch of friends that wanted to do it. So I actually did a group. Sent the kit to her because I have to send you a virtual fabric and makeup little typing kit. And I could color type every single one of those women. And they were so excited because I could see their essence. I could tell which one they were. And when you have the right colors on, it's like your eyes light up, your skin clears out. It's like seeing the window to your soul. It is the most fascinating thing I have ever experienced. And I've helped hundreds of people step in being more of their authentic, beautiful selves, who they were born to be. And it aligns, with, we have 4 character traits. Barbara and I have talked about this, and we have all 4 character traits in us, but we're looking for a primary color palette that aligns from a soul level. Like, this is who we were born to be. We have different parts of our business we have to look at, right? In our world, air is the visionary. We have all these ideas and, yay. And then there's the water comes in and goes, okay, we have to get some order. We have to get some detail in here. That's great. And then the fires, hey, let's get this stuff done, right? There's a time when you've got all your business ready, and then you got to go out and start speaking on events. Then there's the earth going, well, that didn't go very well. So the earth helps you kind of edit and bring stuff into alignment. So we have to do all of that in our business. But when you know who you are in your primary element, you actually become very comfortable in your own skin. I've never been so comfortable as who I'm being, right? Prior to psyche and attitude, and we do get stuff done. We are movers and shakers. So when she told me that I was a fire and I was a mover and shaker, that's when I agreed to go shopping, because I knew there was something different than doing. I did this seasonal typing for people. I did that for years until it kind of ran out. It's, and I help people look nice. But then I realized I got compliments on my hair or my outfit, but people didn't say, wow, Pasty, you look pretty today. Wow, Pasty, you look nice today. It was life-changing. And I believe in everything in me. Every woman deserves to feel beautiful. And it's not that hard, really. Like, we are designed for a purpose. God brought us all here. He's given us each gifts. And we have a big message to the world. But if we're not confident in who we're being, when we walk out of the bedroom, if we don't know and feel we look our best, being with the best version of ourselves, it's much harder to go out there and do the work. And so I take that stress and off the plate and give you confidence. So, your closet is an investment in who you're being today, right? And women, we are such amazing creatures. We multitask. We can do so many things. Right. But then pretty soon you start zeroing in what makes you happy. What is really where you want to put your energy, right? That's what we've all done. Where am I put my energy? At 72, I never thought this is what I'd be doing in my latter years, to tell you the truth. But I cannot not do it. I am so passionate to see the difference in people's lives. Last weekend I spoke in New Orleans, and the tech guy that I color typed several years ago, he's watched me, work with all the clients and stuff. And we met at the airport, and he said to me, Patsy, you know, I looked around the room and I could tell every person that you work with. It's so transformational. It's like, he said, like, you give them like $1 million makeover.
Right.
He said, really what you are is you are the transformational strategist, because that's what people feel like when they're in their essence and feel that. And I thought, wow, he actually gave me a video testimonial that I'm going to start using, because he said, you want to work with Patsy. It's hard to understand how empowering it is until you experience it.
Right.
So I'm just driven to do that,
Yeah.
because I really think every woman deserves it. I mean, I work with men about 5%, but it's the women that really don't feel comfortable. That don't, you know, my clients over 70% hate to shop. They hate shopping. They go to the store, they know what they want to buy. It's not there. They go in and they think, crap, I've gained weight. I look terrible. I'm not buying anything. Walk out the door. Like, I get it. Right now, we have less to pick from in person, right?
Yeah.
You don't know where to go. What is your style? What is your, what is the brand that best fits your body type, just as you are today? So I think, I have this saying, fashion's a look. It's not an age. It's not a size. It's not a name brand. It's not a price tag. It's the thing in what you're wearing. Approachable, confident, attractive, and feeling beautiful. And when you do that, you walk out of your bedroom, you've got your makeup on, head to toe, you're ready to go. You don't have to think about you anymore. Touch up your lipstick after lunch, you're good for the day. You know what I mean? That's how easy it could be if you're ready for it. A lot of people talk to me, but they're not ready yet to do that. And basically, I'm one of the foundation pieces in your business. Your colors, your branding should be, this is my color palette. And I make every one of these by hand. And on the back, it tells you what it's for. And the question was, when we talk about what is the foundation, when do you wear those, what's the dynamics? So when you understand how to use your color palette to dress and bring the energy you want to the room, it's a party. You know who you're talking to, right? You know, and the part that, okay, can I share one story with you before we go on? This is what blew my mind. So I got my color palette. I'm trying to put my clothes together. I'm getting rid of my black. That was a journey. And all of us are so hooked on our black because the fashion industry says, oh, you only look thin when you wear black. You know, everybody needs a little black dress. Really?
Yes.
Why do you want to look like everybody else? And any dark color in your palette makes you look thinner. That it's just a bunch of baloney that they've, and I'm out to bust that. But anyway, so my speaker trainer is doing an event in Portland, and I lived in Santa Rosa in California. And she said, Patsy, would you come and help at the back of the room? And the other stylist that I work with is Catherine. And she said, she's going to be there. Could you help her when they take people shopping and do that? Oh, well, that'd be fun. So I think, okay, I'm shopping. I go to Macy's. I felt a beautiful peach colored Alfani top. And it's in my flesh tone. And I bring out my little style. So it looked like this here. And I bring out my style guide, and it said, when you wear your flesh tone, it allows comfort and safety. It's your more vulnerable color. Well, I wanted people to feel comfortable, come up to me and say, hey, where's the bathroom? You know, here's your book, like that kind of essence. I thought, okay, I'm going to try this out. So I get dressed, I'm putting out the table, and my friend Catherine walks in and she goes, Patsy, you look luscious today. I said, I do? She said, yes. Thank you. I wore the same outfit to a network event 3 weeks later, and somebody came up and she says, Patsy, you look radiant tonight. Thank you. Neither time had I said a word. I thought, oh, that's the energetics of color. It's like it's magical. You don't even have to say anything, and people can feel your essence. I thought, okay, I'm getting this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you have people come up and start complimenting and say, you look pretty. Now, I like your dress. I like your shoes. You feel different about yourself. You feel confident. You feel beautiful.
Yes.
That's what the world's missing. I'm so tired of the fashion industry telling us we're not thin enough, we're not pretty enough, you don't do enough. And it's just a bunch of bunk. So I'm passionate about helping women understand who they're being and what they're wearing. So they can do anything they want. Anything they want. So
I mean, you know what, Paz? There's so many mic drops that you did through that whole thing. I'm just like, I'm just listening. I mean, me and Barbara sitting here like, oh my God, you're just, the thing that I love and the thing that makes you all, because I met you before and we talked. I mean, we had a session together, but what makes you so unique that brings people to you is the heart of gold that you have, that you want to see that in women. I mean, I know you deal with men too. I don't want to put the men away, but for women, you want to see them have their own essence. You want them to be alive and feel good about themselves.
Right.
Like you said, the fashion industry, if you're not a certain size or whatever, everybody else on the other side is not that. It does beat you down. It beat me down. I mean, I'm just gonna be totally honest. And when you come into a person's life and just do that part first, before you even talk about color, before you talk about fashion, you just want us to feel good about ourselves. That's what makes you the uniqueness. So I have to commend you for that.
Well, that's when you feel shining, and then you feel happy with yourself, because you can't give away what you don't have yourself.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite sayings, and I work with my clients is quit beating yourself up for what you're not. Celebrate what you are, and quit comparing yourself to someone else.
But if you don't feel good about yourself and you're not confident,
exactly,
you can't help but do that, because you want and you want to be a better woman.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is so fascinating about the whole color palette thing. How you could just dress in a way that you feel.
Find the things that help you to feel that way. Exactly.
It's funny you talking about color palettes, because with me and clothes, I mean, I like to dress. I'm not like, some people are just like into, like, they love shoes or whatever like that. Well, I just want to look nice and presentable and, like you said, fancy. And sometimes I put certain colors on, just put it on, just like, okay, I'm gonna put this color on. It was red, okay. And I went out and like everybody I came across, oh my God, you look so bright, you look so beautiful, bro. Look at you. And I'm thinking to myself, I only put a red top on. What are you talking? Because I didn't know, because I'm not in that fashion part.
But if people are complimenting you, it's for two reasons. One, you really look great. Two, it's their color. Where did you buy that? Have you ever had people say that to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love your top. Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
You don't want them to even really notice that. You want them to notice you. Right.
And then it would say to the point talking about that color. I hear this sometimes. That's what I heard too. Well, that color really brings you out, that red or that purple, whatever I had on. So when I heard it more than 5 times, I'm like, okay, I need to go get this color. I need to go run and get that.
So here's a question I ask a lot of people. What percentage, and your audience, I'd love for them to think about this. What percentage of your closet do you actually wear today? I mean, on a regular basis.
I tend to wear the same things.
Yep. 20% is the national average. You go to your closet, you have this favorite section over and over and over, and then you have all these clothes you don't wear. Now, some could be a special occasion, or they might be the size you just had to go out of. You're saving some of that stuff. We buy a lot of stuff we don't wear. And when you know what your palette is, it's so easy to release those, so the universe and God can bring you the right clothes, right? It's fascinating how we can let that go, right? So one thing I'm very excited about, I wanted to share with you, I'll give you a sneak peek what I'm doing. I started a nonprofit. It's been on my vision board for 4 years, and it's called Elevating Women in Transition. And I'm already working with some women for a recovery house and doing this with them. And I color type them, and then they get these 4.5 fans, and I get to take them shopping. And there's money in the wardrobe fund to take them out and teach them how to use their fans, teach them how to adjust their body type. And a lot of them are getting ready to go to work or just started jobs, but they don't know how to shop. They don't know how they look. I do their hair. I do everything I can to make them feel beautiful and comfortable. But I want to do it on a bigger scale. And I want to help a lot of women in transition. There's women coming out of the service that feel so displaced. There's working women that are working 2 jobs, raising kids by themselves. They're tired. Somebody can sponsor them. Somebody can refer them to our program. They sign up, they fill out a scholarship saying, I'm ready to be seen and heard. I would like to look pretty, because they have to be ready to look good. Right. You can't just, not everybody's ready to work with me when they meet me or learn about me. I had a lady this last week we talked together last August. She goes, you know what? I'm ready to work with you now. And she's from Canada, which was exciting because we color typed and I got to take her shopping. We found 2 amazing dresses at Macy's. She's petite. She's losing weight. And so these dresses she can wear, but just helping her understand how to dress. She felt so amazing when she left. But so my goal is I'm started this fundraising, then I'm doing a fundraising, and I'm going to open a gently used, nice clothing store. Wow. And in fact, it's going to be a styling station where I can do all my work. And then the women in my community will have a nice place to buy clothes. And now it's going to be a nonprofit. They can get a tax write-off. And I can do everything right in one spot. Wow. So I'm excited to be able to, I got to go from God about 2 months ago. Yeah. It's time. And I said, okay, God, you're going to have to raise the funds. It costs money to put
open the doors,
door in the right place and all that stuff. But I know I'm here to create a legacy. And if I have one spot where I can really work at it, I think it's going to change a lot. So Barbara, listen to this. I'm staying with my friend. I'm at my friend's house where I come back and do my clients every 5 weeks so I can do their hair. I didn't want to. We moved to be by our kids when we retired my husband. I didn't want to move. But God goes, well, you can come back and do their hair. So I'm staying with my friend. She just helped a friend who lost her husband. She's selling her house. And she went through her wardrobe and she said, I have a friend that's opening a store. All of her clothes are extra large, 16, 18, and they're high end. There's so many have brand new tags. People are, God, the universe started bringing me nice clothes. I had another client that gave me 5 brand new tops. She didn't like them. She ordered them and she didn't want to bother sending them back. So God started to send me things. I have six racks at my house full of clothes that I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with. And now I'm going, okay, so I'm gathering clothes. Pretty soon I have to rent a storage unit. My husband's not going to take over our house, but I'm excited because now I have a place where I can help all women.
Right.
All women.
Yes.
So.
Oh, amazing. Wow, Pasty. Congratulations on the nonprofit.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Wow. You know what? We got to bring Pasty back. I mean, this is
keep giving us an update on what's happening with it, because that's one of the like our guest that we had last week. That's what she does. She works with companies and nonprofits. We can all benefit. Yes. Everybody can benefit.
Well, you need to connect her with me.
Yes.
I need something to do my nonprofit, right? I don't know how to raise money. I'm expecting God to do it because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, yes, Lord, I'll do this because I'm so passionate about it, right?
That's the beginning.
I'm going out with blazing. I want to leave a legacy. I want that store to go on when I'm gone, right? And I've got a lot of years left, but and I train other people to be stylists. I mean, I have a lot of things going on, but I just want women to realize that they can have a session with me. Let's have a discovery talk. Let's see where you're at. What do you need? What's your budget? Let's see what's the best program for you, right? I just put together a 1-year program to be able to work with somebody. And every month, I'll fly to, we're going to launch you. And then every month I'm going to shop for you. I'll be sending you, hey, I picked up this for you. I'm sending it to you. And they just pay me back. Like some people want that. Some people are too busy and they're doing their life. I'm excited. Wouldn't that be fun to work with somebody for a year? That would make me so excited.
Believe me, I'm gonna get there. I know we talked. Because I'm the type of person, I'm the right client because I don't like to shop. I don't know where to go. And if I do know where to go, then it's like what do I pick? And then, like you said, so many stores is closed. Like I was going at the pandemic, one of my best stores I used to go, that was my go-to store for clothes, totally closed down. It's all online right now. And I'm like, really? I hate that because I can't try it on. And then you know how online you got to go back and forth by returning. I'm like, oh, no.
So that's your biggest challenge, Barbara, is trying to shop, trying to go and find what fits your body that you feel comfortable in, right?
Yeah, right.
How about you, Barb? What is your
I am not a shopper.
Yeah.
But
you see, when I know what your body type is and what your size is, I have this company I work with, and I can create a lookbook, and I have 60,000 stores I can shop at for you. So I can send you outfits and stuff, and you can pick and you can click on the picture and it sends you right to the store. Like,
right.
So there's lots of fun things, doesn't have to be hard.
We gotta do like a next another show with you giving us more detail about that. So
you know what I do with Barbara is I have 4 scarves and elements, and
that is a fun thing.
You can see just visually what colors do with your skin and how you look, and that's a fun thing. And I love working with coaches, you guys. I want to work with you both because together we can help your clients elevate.
Right.
We can help them look their best. Like, I love that you and Carol work together, Barb. Yeah. And like when women get together, magic happens. And doing a live retreat, I'm trying to get Carol and Barbara to do a live retreat. Bring me in, start the weekend with this shopping and getting their colors typing in. Because what happens, you get this bonding of women saying, oh, I fit in here.
Right.
I fit in wherever you're together. Yeah. But there's always this little, am I going to fit in? I'm not perfect size. I'm not really pretty. Like, we take that off the table. Yeah. So there's lots of ways.
Yeah. Well, we got, like I said, we got to bring you back to do the second half of this.
Yes. Part 2.
Timing is of the essence. And I was like, but Patsy, thank you so much for coming on the Time to Shine show with us. And you gave us so much. Yeah. So the audience out there, listen. And I'm going to put up here just how to contact her website up so you can kind of go straight there to get all the goodies that she's talking about and sign up with Patsy and get on her calendar. Believe me, it will be an experience that you do not want to miss with Patsy. Yeah. So Patsy, lady, we're going to make sure we get you back on the calendar. Yep. We wish you so much for your nonprofit. If we can help in any kind of way, just to put it out there to promote, we are there for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the honor of being on your show. And I don't get called a queen very often, so thank you for that.
Queen. And Barbara, before we close out, what you always say, lady, your motto.
Yeah, let's make happiness the norm rather than the exception.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And every day we have the choice. Some days, yes, some days the choice is a little harder to make, but we do have the choice. So choose today to be happy.
Yes. With that said, we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you.
See you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.